Hi, everybody. This is Noelle for Petitti Garden Centers. And guess what? It's one of our favorite videos. It is our spring Casa Verde tour. We are here at our wholesale greenhouses. We have quite a few of them. We've got lots of color to show you. And right now we're in one of our newer greenhouses. And this is where we grow all of our Sunpatiens. Our Sunpatiens are a beautiful, large flowering New Guinean patient that can grow in the full sun to the full shade. It is a great versatile plant that you can grow just about anywhere as long as you water it, because again, impatiens do enjoy their moist soils, but you can grow it in containers, hanging baskets, in the ground, wherever you'd like to get a lot of color, and you have irrigation there. Okay, so you can see behind me, tons of colors. There are variegated leaf varieties too. If you see a little bit of yellow and green in the background, that's going to be a variegated leaf. They don't have a yellow flowering one, so that'll be a really cool thing when it happens, if it ever happens. But right now, if you see yellow, it's going to be that variegated yellow and green leaf, and typically a bright pink flower, almost deep fuchsia pink. So that's really cool. But you can tell lots of colors to choose from, lots of sizes to choose from. And like I said, you can grow them anywhere you want color. I have our Dipladenia hanging baskets, and these are a great tropical flower. Obviously, trumpet type flower, always really good for the hummingbirds. And this one's a combo. It's going to be the white and the red combo, so very nice. And these are great for full sun. They have fairly good deer resistance to them and a really good tropical to grow and trail. So they can be, the Dipladenias can be very good spillers. So they'll trail over the sides of a hanging basket or a container you put them in. But also we'll find with some of the Dipladenias, they start to kind of shoot up, and then these kind of tender stems will start to tendril along the hanging basket arms. So that's always really fun too, because they'll start to fill up and fill out, and you have a big Dipladenia type colorful basket. It's really cool. We're still walking through Casa, and every once in a while I just take a right or a left, a sharp right or left, and then Taylor keeps walking and I'm like, wait. So we found this Angelonia. Love Angelonia because it's what we call a summer snapdragon. It is snapdragon-like in its appearance and is a great upright habit, kind of thriller plant in containers and so forth. You can plant it out in the landscape. It does very well out in the garden as well. And this one is Angel Berry Sparkler. And the flower on this is so cool. It's like tie-dyed. So it is a pink to mauve color, and then it has purple going up the petals. It's just the coolest thing. Again, these are sun and heat tolerant, humidity tolerant, do really, really well. Look for this variety. This will make a great centerpiece in a container. And I think I was attracted to the color here, and we've got this bunch of purple. So I'm going to show you this next one. This is Spanish lavender. You can tell it from afar. It has the same smell and sort of foliage color that lavender does, that classic like gray, green, really strong fragrance, of course, very, very aromatic. But Spanish lavender is one of the showiest flowering types of lavender. Unfortunately, it is not hardy in Northeast Ohio, but as an annual hanging basket, and then you could bring it in doors over winter into a sunny area, it would do very, very well. Really, really beautiful flowering here. I think it just needs a little haircut after the flowers sort of expire, fade in color, if you will. Give it a little haircut, shear it off, and then it'll produce all new buds and blooms for you. So you can see the dark purple at the base here. Those are new flowers. And then some of the older flowers are a little bit lighter purple, but really cool. We found this combo just coming down a little more, and I thought this was the Berry Sparkler Angelonia, but it's not. Still beautiful, and it kind of shows you what I was talking about. Angelonia make a great thriller. This is actually called Angelonia Summer Heat Combo. And what's great about this combo is that it really is, the plant material that's in here really does like those full sun, hot areas out on the patio, the porch, the deck, where you are getting a lot of sunlight. And so Angelonia in the middle, this is a raspberry Angelonia. You can see that beautiful pink flower. It is sort of a little tie-dyed here. So I'm wondering if it is. Okay, we'll see if it's berry sparkler. And then this beautiful white plant down here, this is Angel Wings Dusty Miller, basically. It's a Senecio, obviously taking off, doing really, really well, filling out. Angel Wings gets much larger and broader. Again, larger texture, beautiful full texture on this plant, but will do very well, again, in heat and sun. And then look underneath here for the spiller in this combination is this star-shaped purple scivula, but this purple is a deep, beautiful purple. Usually scivula has more of a lighter periwinkle color, so this is a new variety. We'll find it out, and Taylor will put the name of it for you, but that is a cool combo, that purple, silver, and raspberry pink. It's lovely. Oh, this combo is so cool. I am really kind of going towards the purple. I don't know what it is today, but it's just really, really nice. So this hanging basket combo is this beautiful purple and green mixed petunia, and I think it's called purple cockatoo, and Taylor will correct me. And then we have the bright purple calibrachoa, but in the middle is what we call purple heart vine or secresa. And it is a tradescantia, so it's a tropical foliage plant. And when this fills out, we grow hanging baskets in stages. So we have our early crops, our mid-season crops, and our later crops. So Taylor's going to show you that, you know, we've got this combo planted, but there's another planting right here just above where you can tell things are a little bit more immature. You know, they're just starting to fill out and branch, kind of move up towards the sunlight. And this one is going to be ready to go in a matter of a week or so. So you'll see this starting to come into the Petitti stores. And it's just a cool combo, very different. Our grower tried to do a few different combos this year, but I'm really excited about this one. And we were all really excited about this petunia when we saw it last year. So very, very cool. I don't know what the name of it is yet. Hold on. Let me look. Combo Amazon Tropics. So look for that when you stop by. We're in the tropical section. There is so much to show you. So many beautiful tropicals blooming, doing great. And again, we've had a lot of heat early spring, so things are looking really, really lovely right now, but they're coming your way soon. I wanted to show you this real cool Dipladenia. I showed you the hanging baskets before. Again, Dipladenia are a little bit more shorter and bushy. They're related to the Mandevilla, the Mandevilla is going to be a larger flower, more aggressive vining type plant. And so the Dipladenia are going to stay a little bit shorter and bushy, can trail over, and just very, very cool tropicals. Again, for full sun, hot areas, they love that. And this variety is really cool. It's called Bluephoria. And Bluephoria, the reason being is you can see the flowers change colors when they are young. They have more of a blue, purple, lavender cast. And when they mature a little bit older, they're sort of pinky in color. It is just, as I turn this, it just changes, just depending on what you like. So Bluephoria is a really cool Dipladenia, and fairly new on the market as well. This Mandevilla is called Raspberry Kiss. Raspberry Kiss, as you can tell, is blooming base all the way to the top of the teepee here. That deep, it's not quite red. It's like raspberry, a deep, deep raspberry pink. Really, really beautiful. Again, great hummingbird attractants if you're looking for that out there in the garden. And they can go in containers. They can go on the ground. Again, they're tropicals in Northeast Ohio. So you've got to bring them inside to winter them over. And they'll do it. It takes a little bit of care and maintenance, but I'll tell you, well worth it. So it's kind of a cloudy, rainy day for us. So it's a little bit dark in the greenhouse. But again, we get a lot of shade underneath all of these Boston ferns. So the Boston ferns are coming. I have seen them in the stores. So get them while you can. We have maxed out our space as far as Boston ferns are concerned. And they're looking gorgeous and trailing really, really nicely. But I wanted to show you some of the tropical foliage. And at this time of year, you think, well, I'm not really going to focus on houseplants. I'd really prefer, to have some plants outside. But think about the tropical plants that you could use as centerpieces in containers. And you can take them out during the growing season. So again, after last frost, all the way through into the fall, let's say early mid-October, somewhere around there. And they'll do a great job for you, especially in shadier spots. So things like Monstera, Thai Constellation is this beautiful variegated Monstera. Those types of plants would do very, very well in shady containers and do wondrously underplanted with some of your shade color plants. So I've already showed you things like Sunpatiens, or you could do a mounding fuchsia under there, coleus, of course. So all of those things would be great. And then as you go, you can see, we've got a little cart traffic by us. So as you go, you can see all of the different rubber plants, which are in the ficus family, all the different colors, and you can kind of see them tiered in the background. And so that would be another type of plant that you could use outside, again, in those shadier spots, because they really don't want to be in full sun. And that would be a great centerpiece as well. Lots of beautiful color, variegations, all those types of things. Very bold. As a centerpiece, cordylines as well. So I'm going to show you that. But I wanted to show you this one. This is a huge Alocasia. Can you see this? Look at how big it is. This is called Regal Shield. So it is one of those really large leaf Alocasias. Really, really beautiful. Regal Shield can go, would prefer to be in kind of part shade to shade, but can go in full sun as long as you keep the soil moist. So just remember, with a lot of the Alocasias, they do like moisture. They are a true tropical foliage plant. So you see them in lots of tropical areas. And this would be a great one as a big centerpiece out there in the garden. Let's go down really quick, and I'm going to show you the cordylines. But look at all of these rubber plants. Isn't that awesome? All the different colors and variegations, really, really beautiful. And then as the sun is coming through, look at these cordyline plants. Now, cordyline and Dracaena are very closely related. Common name for this plant is called Thai, T-I, and they are just lovely foliage plants that really do a nice job as a container centerpiece again. And then again, you can bring them back inside the home for the winter months, but they are just lovely. And you've got mixtures of pinks, greens and yellows, burgundies. You can't go wrong with the cordylines. We love them in container gardens. We are by a couple different ones, a couple different tropical flowering plants. Again, can make lovely centerpieces in containers. You can plant them out in the garden. Honestly, you can dig the whole, not yet. You can't plant them yet. Okay, so let me start again. With your tropicals, wait until the last frost, okay? So we're talking mid-May in Northeast Ohio. And then you can literally dig a hole if you want to and plop the pot into the ground and just let them be out in the sun in the garden. They'll do their thing and blooming with all your other plants. So you can do that as well. If you don't want to plant them in containers, that's fine. And then end of the season, you lift the pot and you start bringing it inside, okay? So lots of options there. This lovely hibiscus is called Fiesta. This is a true tropical hibiscus. And whenever you see like these multicolored flowers, just so beautiful, it is a very, very pretty plant. Fiesta has all of the warm tones, the yellows, the reds, the oranges, and of course, great butterfly attractants with hibiscus, great hummingbird attractants with hibiscus too. Now, it stopped raining and all of the roof vents are opening up, so you might hear some squealing in the background. The next plant behind it, which is a very, it's an unusual tropical, but this flowering plant is called Duranta. And Duranta, this color, love it. Again, I'm going back to the purples, Taylor. This color is a purple and white bicolor, very common with this plant. They are kind of shrubby tropical plants, but these have been trained into a tree form or standard form. And they have these kind of spurs that come off and they bloom, and very, 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 again, repeat blooming, long time blooming. They have a very, very light sort of vanilla scent to them. So very, very cool plant if you're looking to put some more purples into the garden. Here's the thing. We can't smell the Duranta too much today because of these trees. And these trees are all gardenias, okay? And the gardenias are fully open, looking absolutely gorgeous, and fully heady scented. They are so fragrant. And so these trees, gardenias are really a shrub, kind of an evergreen shrub, more for southern climates. Again, we just can't grow them year round outside up here. But again, trained into a standard, so you have more of a tree type. So that makes a great centerpiece again in your containers, gives a lot of room for underplanting. And when you have a tree type like this with sort of a shrub on the top, then you get more sun at the base. So you'd want to plant more sunny, sun-tolerant plants at the bottom. So petunias, lantana, all of those types of things, those would do much better at the bottom than some of your shade color, okay? So great tropicals, all in bloom. I know Taylor's kind of panned through this area. It's amazing. And it is coming very, very soon. Sunny, yay! And you know what's great for sun? The cannas. Known as canna lilies. They are a wonderful tender bulb, if you will, in Northeast Ohio. Some of us are lucky enough to grow them near a warm brick wall, like outside of the home brick. And they tend to winter over in those really warm microclimates. So it is possible to grow them and keep them outside in Northeast Ohio. Not always dependable, but it can work. But most of us will grow them for the season, and then we'll let them die back in the fall. And then we'll go ahead and we'll store the bulbs in pots or, in containers, and go ahead and store the bulbs over winter and bring them back out and get them started. April's a good time to get these kind of tender bulbs started, but these are really, really going. And this first variety that I wanted to show you is called Cleopatra. And Cleopatra, what's cool about her, I don't know if you can see it, and I'll show you, is the variegated foliage. Her foliage changes throughout the season. It is a green with a burgundy red stripe. Really, really fun. Very, very cool. And then that pigmentation and striping comes up the flowering stem and then can change the color. Well, I just pulled it off, but can change the color of your flowers. So your flowers might be reddish, might have this yellow with polka dots on it, might be more of a deep red, especially when this Cleopatra, look at this leaf, is like half green, half red. So it's so cool. But then again, that pigmentation comes up and now you've got red flower. So Cleopatra is a pretty cool one, ready to go here. They will be in the stores real soon. On the other side, you see Tropicana. Tropicana is this kind of deep reddish orange with the stripes. And then Bengal Tiger is the yellow and green striped. They're both beautiful foliage plants. They're great hummingbird attractants. They're wonderful in those warmer, sunny spots. They like moist soil. So if you have a spot that stays a little bit wetter, that's nice. And they will. These guys are just starting to get budded up and flowering. You see the one flower there, but great out there. And you know what? The deer, they're pretty deer resistant. They might pick at the flowers every once in a while, but they typically leave the foliage alone, and that's cool. Hey, everybody. We are in Jen's section. Shout out to Jen. Everything looks gorgeous. And we're right by the Bougainvillea. So here we go, Bougainvillea whites. Fire opal is this orange color, and then that beautiful fuchsia colored, but I think it's called purple. It's called purple something. Now I can't remember. But gorgeous. They are full and absolutely gorgeous. We have Bougainvillea above us as well because they are shedding their little paper lantern-like flowers. Just so you know, when you're growing Bougainvillea, they do like sunny conditions. They can take some drought here and there. They really like to be fed, and they will continue to bloom for you. But if you stop watering them, they can stop developing flowers. So just be aware of that. Don't stop watering them, and don't stop feeding them as well. And they'll continue to fill out for you. They all have little white flowers, true flowers on the inside of their paper lantern-like sepals here. So those little white flowers are right in the middle. And those are great long tubes. And that's always nice for the hummingbirds again, long-tongued bees, those types of things. So do look for the Bougainvillea. Centerpiece, right, ready to go to put out there in large containers. Again, placed right on the patio or deck. More cart traffic. And look above. So straight above me are the fuchsia hanging baskets. So those are your classic fuchsia, or they used to call them ladies' earrings. And so we have the purples and the pinks, and we have a pink and white, right over a little bit, a couple lines over. And then right above them are more of that beautiful fuchsia bougainvillea. So that's what has fallen. And so every once in a while I'm looking and I think, oh, this white one has a little bit of pink in it, but it's really just the spent flowers from above. But they look great, looking really, really good. Look at this fire opal, Taylor. Look at the new growth on this. Isn't that cool? Look at that. And it's like a deep rusty color, and it has yellow trumpets in the center. We might have to take some cuttings of this one. That one's really, really cool. I'm not really seeing it on the others, but we'll check that out. So enjoy the Bougainvillea. It's going to be a good year for herbs. Lots of sun, probably a little bit of heat, a little bit of water right now, but that's okay. And these herb containers are a new mixed container that we decided to grow. We have a purple basil. We have a French thyme, purple sage, a rosemary in the center. So your rosemary is going to be the tall centerpiece. And then this looks like a golden marjoram or oregano. I would say oregano after I smelled it. And so those are going to be really fun. 10-inch containers, really nice, good mixture of colors here. So it'll be a nice, colorful herb garden. Keep them close to your back door, porch, patio, wherever you're going to access, so you can keep clipping and using again for the herbs, but that's going to be a fun combo. We love our lantana. We talk about it all the time, but this is Sunrise Rose, a landmark variety. We've added a few more varieties to our lantana selection, and because of the heat we've had this spring, we are getting lantana to pop early. So they are coming in the stores earlier than I think I've ever seen them before. But just again, be aware, tropical plant, so they really like warm conditions. When you have a nice, warm, sunny day, 70, even low 80 degrees in spring, that's great. They can go outside for that. Just watch those evening temperatures. If those evening temperatures are dropping below, let's just say safely 45, if they're dropping below 45, they've got to come in. They've got to get some warmth because they do not like to be cold. So this lantana, absolutely gorgeous, full bloom. And then above us, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 lines that are all lantana baskets, all different colors, reds, yellows, oranges, some of the lighter like primrose yellow with pink, and some that are almost like a citrus combo. They have the deep orange to light peachy to yellow combo. So those are all ready to go. Great for heat, great for sun, great for humidity, and great for the pollinators. We're outside. This is more of a cold area. We're in a hoop house, and we will grow everything from your more cool tolerant annuals to perennials out here. And as you can see right in front of me, beautiful combos ready to go, and they will be more than ready for Mother's Day. And so beautiful Dracaena spike and gorgeous large petunias with some verbena, with some calibrachoa. So really, really beautiful color combinations here with fuchsia, pink, purple, really pretty. And then you'll see more of the sunny combos like yellows and pink combos. There's purples on the far side as well. So all these combos, this one's probably the furthest along, but all these combos we tend to grow out in cooler temperatures to try to keep those annuals nice and strong and compact. When it's a warm day, they'll start to fill out and stretch a little bit. But when we get cooler evenings, which we will again in April, then we will start to see that they'll really start to form, branch, and stay nice and sturdy for you, okay? So these will be coming very, very soon. We're out in the perennial greenhouses. Again, if you look above, if Taylor will show you, these are petunia hanging baskets out here. So again, cooler crops outside. Don't get me wrong, petunias can grow at a cooler temperature, but you still have to be careful. They can be put out, again, when our evening temperatures are above freezing and get, substantially as they grow, get warmer. But they do fine in cooler temps under cover. So they can be grown out here with the perennials. But when you look down at the ground, oh my gosh, Dianthus are in full bloom. Well, I should say budded and bloom. And this is a new variety. It's called Scent First Orange Sparkler. And she is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to pull this one up. Look at how big these flowers are. And it is a beautiful carnation. It is fully soft clove, or like a sweet clove scent to it. The flower itself is peach with hints of pink in it. It is really fun. It's like a designer carnation. And with Scent First, they're a compact series, obviously very, very strong stems. Every one of these stems is multiple buds. So you want to cut these and use them in arrangements so they can produce more for you. It's a very vigorous type of variety or series, I should say, with Scent First. And we have numerous varieties, but I wanted to show you this other one. This is a Scent First. This is called Sugar Plum. And if you compare the flower size, look at Orange Sparkler compared to Sugar Plum. Now you can tell smaller flowers, maybe more buds, just because you have more energy to develop more with a smaller flower. But Sugar Plum is halfway in bloom, but still absolutely gorgeous, filled with buds, and Orange Sparkler's getting there. This series is phenomenal. Sunny spots, well-drained areas, front of the border, maybe mid-perennial border, containers. Dianthus is funny where they like sun, they like well-drained soils, and they like it just a little bit cooler. So like morning sun condition, eastern exposure, great. The more scented they are, the better they are at deer resistance. So that's good too. So just keep these in mind. If you have a sunny spot down by the mailbox plantings are great with Dianthus. So think about that and just enjoy those cut flowers. Perennials are in stores, of course, folks, and there are lots of things that you can tell there's spaces there because we've already shipped them out. Gara is coming into flower. We've got some columbine behind me here. Beautiful red and white columbine. Again, wonderful sign of spring. Columbine or Aguilegia is really, really nice. Again, good for hummingbirds, good for insects. Very, very pretty. The blue and white is really delicate looking, but right beyond the red and white, very nice. And then look at this armeria over here. I wanted to show you. I tend to show you sea thrift in the spring because that's when it's really gangbuster blooming. But this little perennial plant is a repeat bloomer. It'll produce these little drumstick flowers all through the season. And so don't be afraid to use these too. Cut the flowers. Go ahead and use them in small vases. They'll dry very nicely as well. And they're another sort of, if you will, mailbox plant where they can take the salt. They can take heat. They like to be in well-drained, drier soils. So that's great. And this whole Dreameria, Dreameria, isn't that cute? Dreameria series is fantastic. The whites, these burgundies, this burgundy color is new, the pinks as well, and purples, really, really nice. This new burgundy color, I always forget, is called Hypnotic Dreams, okay? And it really is a deep, dark burgundy purple and really beautiful. So do look for these plants. Like I said, lots of spring bloomers throughout the area already available at Petitti Garden Centers. And then, of course, as we continue through, our growing season, you'll just see more blooms and different as we go. And we have a feature on our perennial bloom calendar this year too. So do look out for that. But it's spring at Casa Verde, everybody, and we hope to see you in the stores soon.